An HOA Karen just got arrested for assaulting my 10-year-old son over his birthday bike. Here's what happened. It was Tommy's 10th birthday, and I'd just given him the mountain bike he'd been begging for all year. While I was setting up his party in the backyard, I let him ride it up and down our street. That's when I heard his terrified scream. I ran to the front yard and saw my son on the ground crying, while a red-faced woman in her 50s had her hands gripped around his bike handlebars. "This isn't yours! I know exactly which garage you stole this from," she shrieked at my crying child. This was Barbara Wilson, our HOA president, and she had just shoved my son to the ground. "Ma'am, please take your hands off my son and his bike," I said, trying to stay calm. Barbara spun around, furious. "Your son? The Millers reported a stolen bike, and it looks exactly like this one. I caught this little thief red-handed." Tommy looked up at me through his tears. "Dad, tell her you gave it to me for my birthday." Barbara laughed condescendingly. "Oh, how convenient. It's your birthday, so you decided to steal yourself a $500 bike? I'm the HOA president, and I enforce the rules." "Barbara, this is ridiculous," I said, stepping between her and Tommy. "It is his birthday. I have the receipt, there are decorations in our backyard, and witnesses saw me give it to him this morning." She scoffed. "So you're teaching your son to lie too? I always knew there was something suspicious about you people moving into this neighborhood." By now, several neighbors had gathered, and I heard someone say they were calling 911. "I'm confiscating this bike until the real owner can be identified," Barbara declared, trying to wheel it away. When Tommy reached for it, crying, "No, it's mine!" Barbara actually shoved him backward so hard he fell to the ground again. "Don't you dare touch my son!" I shouted. "What is wrong with you?" "He's a child." My neighbor, Mrs. Chen, stepped forward with her phone. "I've been recording this whole thing, Barbara. You just pushed a child to the ground. That's assault." Barbara's head snapped toward her. "I did no such thing. He fell because he was trying to run away with stolen property." That's when we heard the sirens. Barbara's expression shifted to smug satisfaction. "Finally, now we'll get this sorted out. You'll see what happens when you break the rules in my neighborhood." Officer Martinez stepped out and asked what was going on. Barbara immediately launched her version. "Officer, I caught this boy stealing a bicycle. When I confronted him, his father threatened me. I was simply performing my HOA duties." I stayed calm. "Officer Martinez, today is my son's 10th birthday. That bike is his birthday present from me. I have the receipt, and about 20 witnesses saw me give it to him this morning. This woman pushed my son to the ground when he tried to explain." "Ma'am, did you physically touch the child?" Officer Martinez asked Barbara. "Absolutely not," she insisted. "He fell while trying to keep stolen property." Mrs. Chen stepped forward. "Officer, I have video of the entire incident, including when she pushed him." She handed over her phone. I pulled out the receipt. "Here's the purchase receipt from 3 weeks ago. I've been planning this surprise for a month." Another neighbor called out, "I saw them bringing the bike home this morning. The kid was jumping up and down with excitement." Officer Martinez watched the video with a deepening frown, then spoke quietly with his partner. "Ma'am, I'm going to need you to step away from the bicycle," Officer Martinez said firmly. Barbara's confidence faltered. "But I'm the HOA president. This is my responsibility." "Ma'am," he interrupted, "based on video evidence and witness statements, you physically assaulted a minor and attempted to take his property under false pretenses." Barbara's mouth fell open. "That's absurd. I was protecting our community. We've had no reports of stolen bicycles in this area," the second officer said. "And even if there were, that wouldn't authorize you to physically confront a child." Then came the moment everyone was waiting for. "Barbara Wilson, you're under arrest for assault on a minor and attempted theft. You have the right to remain silent." The collective gasp from the neighborhood was audible. Barbara's face drained of color. "This is outrageous!" "Do you know who I am?" I'll have your badge. I'll sue this entire neighborhood. As officers escorted the still protesting Barbara to the police car, Tommy looked up at me. Dad, is she really getting arrested because of me? No, buddy, she's getting arrested because of her own actions. No one has the right to hurt you, not even an HOA president. 3 months later, Barbara pleaded guilty to misdemeanor assault and attempted theft. She got 6 months probation, a $5,000 fine, mandatory anger management classes, and a restraining order to stay 100 feet away from our family. She was unanimously voted off the HOA board the week after her arrest. The last I heard, Barbara put her house up for sale, unable to face the neighbors who witnessed her downfall. As she loaded boxes into a moving truck, I caught her eye across the street. She stood frozen for a moment, her face showing humiliation and anger, then hurried inside and slammed the door. Sometimes karma works exactly as it should. If you've dealt with a power-hungry HOA Karen, drop your story in the comments. Hit subscribe for more unbelievable real-life encounters. And I'll see you in the next one.